So I had to sharpen this thing a few minutes ago. This is a knife my son gave me. And it got me to thinking about bug out bag and survival type knife sharpening. What's easy to carry around, doesn't take up much space and works well, that we can use on the go. Come on, let's go check out some of the options I keep. So the first two options I want to talk about were these pucks. This is one from Lansky. They're pretty inexpensive and you can get them just about anywhere. And they work really well. A better option though would be these. These are made by Arctic Fox, and I had actually discovered these from the Facebook group Axe Junkies. And this is just night and day difference better than this. The Arctic Fox, they're $20 or less. There's plenty of places you can find them from Axe Junkies, the Facebook group. Go check them out. I got this one from, I believe the company is called Baryonyx. It's a knife manufacturer, and there's several knife manufacturers that make these, and they'll put their own brand on them. But these are great. These will work for knives. They're not the best option, but they do work for knives. I use this one in particular with my draw knives and my axes, and it really works great. The fine side is actually fine. I think it's either 400 or 600 grit. I'm leaning more toward the 400 grit. It'll leave kind of a nice, hazy, cloudy, polished edge. Really does a good job. Big step above the Lansky, but the Lansky will get the job done. I'd used one of these my whole life before I discovered the Arctic Fox. Another option I like to use are these little just folding diamond ones. They work fine. If I'm just sharpening, this is what I prefer to use, and I use them even at home a lot. The thing about them is they still work great with axes and draw knives and planer blades, anything that needs to be sharpened. But they fold up nice and neat, keeps the stones protected so that they're not rubbing up against things and you lose all your diamond grit off there. There's nothing that's more frustrating than spending all this money on these diamond stones and then you've rubbed all the grit off. When you clean these, do not use a scrubby sponge like a Scotch-Brite or anything like that. Just use soap and water and maybe an old toothbrush. Otherwise, you'll wipe all that diamond material off of there and you just ruined it. But like I said, these fold up really nice, and another benefit of them is this. A lot of the knives on the market today have a little pouch. And usually these folding style will fit somewhat in that pouch. This particular one's a little bit long, but there's no reason I can't just wrap a Ranger band around there, and that'll keep up with it. A little bit smaller option is one of these, and this is just a El Cheapo. It was less than $5, diamond plate, and they're really, really rough, and they don't seem all that flat. It seems to be undulating, but they're really coarse. They will work if you need it, and this one right here, I actually do store in the pouch that's already on my knife, and that's where that one stays. This isn't really a sharpening thing, but this is a 4-in hand, and I tend to keep one of these in my bag just because it's unbelievably handy to have. You know, you've got a flat rasp and then a double cut file here, and then the half round rasp and half round double cut file there. It's so much easier if you're carving on something just to rasp and file off that last little bit than try to shave that off with a knife. So much easier. Throw one of these in your kit. It doesn't take much weight. It's pretty small. A 4-in hand. Throw one of those in your kit also. Another good option to have is sandpaper. This is 400. 220 would be best. Anything over 100 is going to work just fine. Just fold this up, keep it in your kit, sharpen on anything that's flat. It'll do great, and you'll have 1,000 other uses for it. I've sharpened on this a lot. It's great if even at home, if you can get it new before it's been all creased up and everything. You can wet the back of it down and lay it on your marble countertops. Use that to sharpen your kitchen knives. I've gone all the way up to 2,000 grit with this, and I'm telling you, it'll get a knife stupid, scary sharp. Anyway, there's just a couple quick options for you. One thing to remember about these stones, or any of them actually, for purposes of survival and prepping, some people call them oil stones, and you have to lubricate them with something to wash, give it something to carry away those metal shavings. Otherwise they'll clog up. They're going to clog up on you anyway, but they'll clog up really fast. A lot of people use oil, sharpening oil. I don't do that, and here's why. Once you put oil in a stone, you'll never get it out, and you can never go back to water. I will always use water because I might not have oil with me. Water is a whole lot easier to come by than oil will ever be. So use water on your stones, not oil, unless you already have a stone that you've put oil in. That's fine, whatever. Well, hey, I really do learn a lot from you guys in the comments, so let me know below what you think and what y'all carry. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and until next time, y'all be safe. Just because... Really? Kaiser.